Hi, I'm Congressman Sean Casten from the 6th District in Illinois. I want to thank you guys at Clean Energy for America so much for all that you do. I came into Congress 2 terms ago. I got elected in 2018, and I ran on 3 issues: climate, climate, and climate. Spent 20 years before this in the clean energy industry, 16 of those as a CEO, built 80 projects all around the world, mostly in the US. And what I tell people all the time is we need to address climate change because it is so urgent, because the generations that came up before us in elected office only had the courage to kick the can down the road. And now we're left with these massive storms every year. Remember when $1 billion storm was a big deal? What was it, 60 billion just now in a year? They keep getting bigger. It's because that can has been kicked. It's because of man-made global warming. The science is settled. It has been settled ever since that Exxon research analyst sent the report to Exxon 30 years ago. They knew. But even if you still find it very comfortable to wear a tinfoil hat, you should do it just out of greed. Because all those projects I ever sold to people, they didn't do it because they were morally upstanding. I'm not saying they weren't, but that wasn't the reason they did it. They did it because they wanted to spend less on energy. If you have a solar panel, if you have access to a wind turbine or nuclear power, or a more efficient home or a heat pump or an electric vehicle, you know that you don't pay money for electricity anymore. You don't pay money for gasoline anymore. And last time I checked, people like having more money in their pocket. And our challenge now is to act before we're out of time. I've been so proud since coming in to serve on the Select Committee on the Climate Crisis. Our recommendations, about half of them are basically the Inflation Reduction Act, biggest climate bill ever passed. In the infrastructure bill that we passed, we got in there, actually the first bill I wrote when I got into Congress, the Clean Industrial Technology Act, specifically to stand up an agency to put $500 million into the deployment of technologies in those hard to decarbonize spaces, the steel industry, the cement industry, that are going to be so critical. I could go on and on. It's kind of my thing. We've got a lot more to do. All of this clean energy that we're going to deploy in the Inflation Reduction Act, we've got to find a way to make it easier to build transmission, to bring that power to market, to bring that power to all the new places that we are electrifying, like our fuel stations along the highways. So we've got to make sure we hold the Democratic majority. We've got to make sure that we keep putting people in office who put science first, and grateful for any help that you can provide. My opponent is one of those guys who feels really good in a tinfoil hat. We can't afford to lose the seat. We can't afford to lose the House. So grateful for anything you can do, whether it's postcard writing or contributions or just making all that righteous noise that we need to do. It is greatly appreciated. Because at the end of the day, all that really matters is, do we leave a better planet for our kids than the ones that our parents gave us? So thanks for helping out, and proud to be on your side in the fight.